Hello, everyone, and welcome to Seduce Me again. Oh my god! So, you guys thought, and I also thought, that this is gonna like the last episode of Seduce Me that I had with the beach episode was the last time we were gonna see this franchise, and for a while. Not for a while, because I did say, we will come back to this once we get, more extra episodes that was promised according to the creator, and that means we were missing out on Matthew's and Damien's extra episodes. And I think last time I checked on like the website where you can get these like DLCs, I guess, was that there was like more other special eps and such like that. There's like verses and shit like that where it's two guys involved, and it's like I don't even know. So anyways, regardless, welcome back to Seduce Me, Simon's Revenge this time, which is mainly Matthew's focus extra episode right here. So yeah, I went back because I'm going to explain it like after the fact. I finished up with his episode. So yeah, before without further ado, let's get started and see what this is all about. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with Simon, but what mischief is he causing this time? So let's see. Her name's Hannah. Yes, I remember that much since I recently got back into this universe. Anyways, okay, so as I expected many things to happen in my life. I expected to graduate, follow my dreams eventually, and live a happy life with the person I grew to love. Yay, yes, because we ballin', we rich, and we got an education. Yay. Well, I got just that with my absolutely adorable incubus, Matthew. Yes. Matthew and I had been together for a year. We were happy and we were in love. Everything was perfect between us. Oh, we're so picture perfect couple. Happy couple. Being with Matthew was like a dream come true. We would design toys for the Anderson Toys Company together, and whenever we were free, we would play video games until the pillows of our bed called us to sleep. Ah, what a life. I always woke up with a goofy grin and would go to bed as happy as a kid after a day full of fun. That was the joy that I got being with Matthew. Okay, good for you. However, there were a couple of times in my time with Matthew where life wasn't totally full of laughter. Really? And what were those times? Do tell. The time where he was possessed by his father? Oh. I guess not. Different times. Simon. Oh,
Simon! Get back here!
Oh, Simon, what are you doing now? Huh, Matthew? What's up? What's wrong? What is wrong? Simon, our dear pet, quote-unquote pet of sorts, was always a handful and managed to add a little spontaneity to our days. Often he'd run around the mansion, exploring new nooks and crannies and finding little gems for his treasure hoard in his corner of the kitchen. So he's like a little dragon, who he just hoards shit. However, sometimes that wasn't enough, and he'd start going after Matthew's things, making things disappear one by one underneath Matthew's nose. Being busy and distracted, Matthew would never notice until the amount of missing items piled to noticeable standards. Oh, what does he steal from you? Depends on what he's stealing. And sometimes it took a lot of theft to get Matthew's attention. Okay.
Give that back, Simon!
What are you stealing from him, Simon? Matthew, wait, hold on. What did he take this time? Yeah, what did he take this time? Usually I was able to help. For some reason, Simon imprinted himself on me. Okay, treating me with a fair amount of respect and obedience. Whenever I came down to getting something from Matthew from Simon, I was always the mediator between the man and the toy. Okay. This time, though, Matthew wasn't as eager to get my help. Why?
Huh? No, I got it. Simon!
I bet it's a gift for us, like a necklace of some sort, or a diamond ring. I don't even know. Are we even married to him at this point? Are we? Maybe? Yes? No? I don't know. We're gonna find out. What? What? Before I could ask why, Matthew was off in a cartoon-like chase with Simon on the second floor. I had to take a moment to absorb what had happened. Did Matthew really say no for help with Simon? I guess so, yeah. It was practically unheard of. Simon was like his mortal enemy of the house now that Sam was gone. If anything, Matthew always called on backup just to even the playing field with Simon, as the little furball was known for not playing fair. I stood there for a small second, listening to the distant sounds of Matthew running around and crashing into things, thanks to Simon, no doubt, flabbergasted. Oh my, oh dear. To my dismay, Simon's antics and the odd change in Matthew's behavior didn't end there. At one point, it apparently grew to its worst. Why? What? Can't get You didn't get the shit back that he stole from you? Matthew was baking again in the kitchen. The smell of sugar and vanilla practically invaded my senses as I walked into the room. What you cooking? I was more excited to see my incubus meticulously measuring out ingredients. Part of me wondered why he didn't become a baker or a pastry chef. I guess he was happy working for his brother at the toy company. Somehow that part of Matthew made me smile a bit, knowing he was helping my grandfather's company grow. Well, you could do it as a side thing, you know? Like when it's like, you know, slow season, downtime, you could, you know, open up a little bakery on the side. I shook out my thoughts and let the sweet air completely consume them, lost in the guesses roaming my mind of what Matthew could have been making. Is it a cake? Is it cupcakes? Smells good, Matthew. What you're making?
Huh? Thanks. I'm almost done. I'm just looking for...
Looking for what? Well, it's stolen now.
Ah! Simon!
Simon, Matthew, watch out. What's happening?
Huh? Ah!
Did you slip on frosting? Oh. Simon was off running around again, his toy knife in one paw, a small cake-like square pastry in the other. Despite the bluntness of the toy knife, the gleam it gave off scared us into forgetting that, causing us to duck and weave out of natural instinct. Okay. It only proceeded to help Simon flee his crime scene and ushered Matthew to follow him in rage. So I guess he's still a cookie. Or something.
I swear to God, Simon!
Where are we going? Matthew, hold on. Why are we making such a big deal out of this? One arm on Matthew's urged him to stop and listen, despite the red flush that proceeded to paint over his face from the building anger in his body. I had to admit, it was adorable to see him angry, but I didn't want him to become a volcano of rage thanks to Simon. What did he take? We can just get or make more.
Huh? No, it's fine. I just need to get him. It's okay.
Okay, alright. Are you feeling insecure by the fact that you don't have a handle and control the situation with Matthew, with Simon, your own creation? Matthew, just tell me what it is. Yes, are you feeling emasculated?
I
what? Just spit it out. Oh, look at him. Just enjoying a cookie. Oh. At that moment, the red flush in Matthew's face instantly paled, and he almost looked as white as snow in shock and fear. Why? A little too much sugar in him and he goes really wild, I guess? Huh? What? Oh. What? It only lasted for a moment before his entire body almost began to glow an ethereal blue tint and his eyes began to flicker gold. I guess we're not done with the whole possession thing.
Ah, Simon!
Okay, I guess he's just angry. That singular noise of Simon's caused my incubus to rush out of the kitchen without answering me and sprint across the mansion towards the sound. I followed close behind, barely able to keep up with Matthew's speed. What is wrong? Why are you so mad? When we arrived outside in the backyard, Matthew skidded to a stop, body completely frigid. I rushed up behind him and looked over his shoulder, wondering what froze him so stiffly. At the base of the gazebo sat Simon, crumbs surrounding his body as he licked his lips joyfully. His tail swung back and forth in victory as Matthew fell to his knees in some sort of humiliating defeat. It was just one cookie. Gosh, what's wrong? Matthew, what's wrong? Yeah, what's wrong? Just tell me. The look on Matthew's face is completely upset and bursting at the seams of anger. However, I could tell Matthew was holding himself back from straight out doing something stupid. Matthew knew better than to let anger control him. I, however, did not appreciate Simon's game pushing that limit. I glared at the white doll and stepped forward, catching Simon's attention. Unlike Matthew, Simon would remain obedient with me. I didn't want to be harsh, but I had to give him some sort of punishment for eating Matthew's pastry. Okay, yeah. I grabbed Simon by the scruff of his neck, causing him to squeak, and lifted him to my eye level. You listen here, you cotton ball. You're in very deep trouble, Simon. Simon let out another squeak, but didn't fight back as I marched with him straight back into the mansion and into the dining room, where a nice cage sat at the end of the dinner table. Inside were many things to keep Simon occupied, but it was indeed where he would remain until later there. I opened the cage and gently placed him inside, quickly slipping my hand back out and locking the door so he couldn't escape. Simon looked at me with a blank expression before almost shrugging and hopping into the hamster wheel inside. Well, that was all it takes. I'm like, oh my god. You're not coming out until Matthew says so, right? Yes. Despite my questions, Simon kept running the hamster wheel, causing me to sigh and return to Matthew. He's like, ah, well, I might as well just work off these calories. Okay. Matthew had come back inside and was sitting on the steps of the grand staircase, still looking very down and out about the situation. I grimaced and lifted his head slightly, almost heartbroken at the sight of his puppy eyes. Now what's wrong? Hey, how about we go to the Pink Lady Cafe for a bit? My treat. We'll get you some ice cream. Matthew remained silent for a moment before nodding and standing. He wasn't smiling yet, but at least he wasn't completely downtrodden. Okay. Ooh, nice renovations you got here at the Pink Lady. I like it. When we arrived, we ordered our favorite treats and sat at one of the tables. The cafe was recently renovated to look more modern, and it definitely showed in the decor. Despite this, Matthew still didn't look like he was feeling any better. Matthew, Simon's in his cage. It's alright now. Yeah, Simon's in his cage. It's alright now. Tell me what's wrong. I'm gonna play therapist. Tell me, what are you feeling?
Well, I mean, it is, but it isn't.
Okay, then tell me why it isn't. What do you mean? Tell me. Matthew bit his lip and dug a bit into his strawberry cake, refusing to answer. I could only press my lips together in irritation. What was Matthew hiding from me? Don't tell me you're feeling emasculated just because I have a better hold of Simon than you do. Matthew, this isn't about, gender roles here. He lifted his head to look up at me. Please tell me, what did Simon take from you? Another moment of silence passed before Matthew sighed and slouched back into his chair. What surprised me was his face brightening to a peach pink. Did he take a gift that you were meant to give me? It's what? Huh?
It's a ring.
What? Girl! Matthew, I'm not understanding what you're saying.
It's a ring, okay? It's a ring. A proposal ring.
Ah, I knew it. Ah. I'm not surprised. What?
I found a gold ring in Simon's stash when he dug up trinkets from your grandfather's study, and it seemed to be the same size as other rings you have, and hey, maybe it was in the family heirloom or something, so I wanted to use it in a cake to propose to you, but Simon apparently got mad that I took it, so he's been screwing up my plans, and...
Aw, you didn't have to do all that, baby. It's like... Girl, okay, fun fact. Even though it's a cute idea to put a ring in like a pastry and then give it to your significant other, and then they'll be like, oh my god, what's this? And it's like, oh my god, and it's like, yeah, you get the ring and it's a surprise, like, yeah, it's so cute. And it's like, no, not with me. Don't ever do that to me. Future Bay, wherever the hell you are, if you're listening to this, don't ever do that to me. I will most likely just either I bite the ring or I end up just swallowing straight up, okay? I'm just gonna eat my cupcake. I'm gonna eat my cupcake the way it's meant to be eaten. One shot. Matthew, hold on. Matthew's face was as red as a tomato at this point, but he looked up at me, digging himself into his shirt and sweater like a shy turtle. Aw, my shy turtle. I could tell he was holding back from exploding somehow, but he stared, stopping himself from rambling further. I myself was unsure of how to handle this. He wanted to propose to me with a ring he found in the house, and Simon pretty much ate the ring. Yes, or he ate the cake pastry it was hiding in and hid it from me and Matthew. Still, Matthew wanted to propose. Yes, that is the core idea here, is that he wanted to propose. Oh, okay, so this is definitely before the first Seduce Me. This is definitely before the Seduce Me 2 game. Okay, so yeah. I could not help but hear my heartbeat escalate to a rapid tempo in my chest. I was beyond happy and joyful, and despite not being asked yet, and despite the situation Matthew was in now, I was more than excited for the future ahead. I felt my eyes start to water as a smile grew on my face, stretching wide in pure joy. Matthew's eyes widened at the sight, and he straightened up a bit in worry.
Hey, are you okay?
I'm great. I just thought the thought counts, I'm so happy that you went out of your way to do this. Matthew. I rubbed my eyes and face, trying to calm down from my ever-growing excitement. Matthew hadn't proposed just yet, and the surprise was in essence ruined, but I was beyond thrilled to know that we were going to take those steps in our relationship. As I lowered my hands at last, I grinned at Matthew. I love you so much, Matthew. Oh my gosh. Matthew stared at me completely dumbfounded. I didn't want to mention his proposal plans anymore, not wanting to ruin his day further, so I simply laid out my love, hoping he would understand my intent. I was willing to wait as long as it took for him to make things perfect, right? I'll even pretend to be surprised for you, okay, when that happens. Matthew finally smiled and laughed a bit.
I love you too.
Daw. The air around us finally eased and we were back to the joyous energy we shared so proudly as a couple. Matthew ate with a little more excited vigor as I watched thoughts of the future spiraling in my head. Hey, so I guess you'll be finding another way to propose to me, huh? Matthew took a moment and nodded to himself with a chuckle.
Well, my first plan was ruined by Simon. I have to try something else and really sweep you off your feet.
Well, good, because I honestly think that, the whole cake thing and the ring inside it wouldn't really work anyway. So, again, like I said, I might just end up eating the ring. Matthew, you already do. Matthew blushed and chuckled a bit, stuffing a piece of pastry in his mouth before swallowing it in pride.
I promise to make you the happiest person in the world. Okay?
Yeah, sure. I know you will. Yeah. Ah, okay, there we go. Okay, alright. I guess that's it. That's the little extra episode we get with Matthew, Simon's Revenge. So, actually, okay. I guess this is where I could finish. I could leave it here. But anyways, I'm not gonna leave this episode here just yet because, as you can probably tell, one of you has mentioned that my past episode was that in the beach, and even before that I checked it myself, the holiday one, I had totally missed out on more content. I didn't realize there was going to be more content in this until one of you pointed out. So thank you so much for it. And so I'm gonna do a little time rewind kind of thing. Let's go back a bit, time travel, and go to these episodes just so that we can look at these extra bits that I missed out on out for you guys, and as well for myself, because I'm not aware of these things. Okay, you guys, here we are back in the holiday edition episode where we were gonna watch the fireworks with each of the individual guys, and of course after finishing off at Damien, I never went back because I just assumed that was it. That was because we went through all the guys, but apparently there's an option where we could go for all of those that I haven't seen. So yeah, anyways, so this is gonna be the same thing for the beach episode. Again, this is a similar situation, but anyways, before going on to that episode, let's see what this is all about, where we choose all of them. So all the boys had been kind and caring to me, taking care of the house and making sure everything was easier for me in terms of living in a gigantic house with 5 men. Yes, that means being clean and helpful. Despite being demons, they were as courteous and well-mannered as could be. Mind you, there were always days when the boys would playfully fight or goof off, but those were little sprinkles of fun in my life that they happened to add. Yes, I was the luckiest girl in the world to have them, and I hope that they thought of me as someone special to them as well. You better, because I actually offered you a place to live. Jokes! Kidding! Finally, the table was set and we were all seated, ready to dig in. Okay, I think we could skip a little bit because it's the skip dialogue says so, and it's all like the same dialogue. So let's go. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Okay, this is before the whole celebration, watching the fireworks thing, where we're just having dinner as a family. Finally, all the boys raised their glasses together, surprising me.
To our future.
Yay! To our future.
Indeed. Our future.
Yes.
Sounds like a good toast to me.
Okay.
Yeah. May it be as awesome as this year.
Yes.
And may it continue forever.
Yes. Okay. Cheers! Okay, there we go. Skip. There we go. There's the fireworks. Hey. So yes, I stared at the boys standing together, stared at the sky like it was the most brilliant display of fireworks they had ever seen, even better than the London's Eye's view. I was stunned, but I was happy to know that they loved being here in this moment. Yes? Yes.
Hey, you all think that the new year will be as good as this one?
I don't know. We'll have to see.
Let's hope so.
Yes. Let's all hope so.
I think it will be. For sure.
Okay.
I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Yes.
And we'll see it together. The 6 of us.
Yay. Okay. So who could argue with that? It was the moment I knew deep in my heart that I would have my happily ever after somewhere in that unknown future. I hope this is, after the Seduce Me 2 game, because if it's before, then sorry girl, it ain't happening. So yeah, I think that's it. I think that's seriously, that's what I was missing out on in this holiday edition. Yes, it was. So yeah, okay, so there you go. There's the holiday edition. So let's all move on forward to, wait, hold on. Actually, no. Before that, there was this choice. I forgot what this choice was because I skipped on ahead and it was really fast and I forgot what the context was. But anyways, instead of saying sure, when I was like, nah, I shook my head and rubbed the back of my neck. I didn't want to be the cheesy one of the dinner table tonight. Oh, I think it's like how she brings up the fact how, I don't know, she's bringing up something. Sorry, just kind of got lost in my thoughts. Oh, okay, so they're asking us, I'm pretty sure what we were thinking about. Okay, we were so deep in thought about, and we were just like, nah, I'm not going to share my cheesy thoughts. So the boys stared at me for a moment before going back to setting the table. I let out a small sigh as they looked away and cast my eyes on. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, that's it. Then now we can definitely move on to the beach episode and finish off there. Here we are, yay, in the beach episode, once again, back here, and there it is, all of them option, in which I totally missed out on, because, I just didn't figure that there would be that option. So anyways, regardless, we're here to do it, so let's see. So it was true, I shared my love with them all, and for now, they all shared their love for me. I knew that one day I would have to choose one to be with, but for the time being, we were all bound together in an intricate web. Oh, okay, So this is the point where she's like, I don't know who I want to romance. Gazing at each boy, I felt a small bubble of joy flutter in my chest and grow with each face my sight landed on. I loved them and couldn't wait to spend the day with all of them. Alright, what suddenly brought me out of my happy stupor was Sam vanishing from his spot and reappearing where Matthew was, holding his younger brother up over his head. Wow. I'm gonna dump you into this ocean here.
Hey! Anyone want to see a flying
Oh
pipsqueak?
my god, you're gonna launch him off to the halfway across the world. No, don't do it, Sam.
Sam, I'm gonna kill you!
Before Matthew could finish, Sam vaulted Matthew towards the ocean, laughing wildly as his brother made a giant splash in the water's surface. Oh, thank God. Matthew! Oh my god, Matthew, you nearly died. You nearly went over to, I don't know, to Thailand or some shit like that. I stepped forward to rush towards the ocean, but stopped as Sam was suddenly grabbed by both James and Eric, each incubus taking hold of their younger brother's wrists and the sides of his ribs. And they're gonna toss him into the ocean too.
What?
Yep.
Cute display,
Yes.
Sam.
How about a reprise?
Oh no, you don't!
Bye. Eric and James, smirking at their victim, managed to quickly hoist Sam up over their heads and shoot him into the water beside where Matthew had fallen in. The splash Sam made was twice as large, sending Matthew drifting away from his spot. Davian, on the other hand, laughed as James and Eric began to walk towards the shoreline before following his two eldest brothers. I couldn't help but watch in curiosity. There. Why? What? James and Eric began to wade into the water, moving towards Sam and Matthew. Damien took his time, very cautiously stepping into the water and following along. Was he afraid of the ocean? Yes, he was. I am too. I am wary of the ocean. I will go in there, but I won't exactly go around, swimming in it. I stared as Matthew shot up from the water and body slammed Sam under the surface, making a chaotic splash in the ocean. Oh wow, okay. As the three other brothers approached, they had to duck and dodge the water cresting from the fight. How was I lucky enough to wind up with them? Thinking back on how we all met, I could still only imagine how I ended up going to the Hawaiian beach with 5 really hot guys. Right? Exactly. What a life you lived, girl. I was the luckiest girl in the entire world. Yay! Thank you for announcing that and to rub it in my face. Thanks.
Hey! Doofus!
What? Okay. Aw, this is a nice CG. Aw, I really like the art style here. My thoughts were broken at the sound of Sam's voice. I looked up quickly, coming back to reality as I saw the 5 boys stare back at me in expectancy.
Are you gonna come in or are we gonna have to drag you over?
I'm coming. God, Jesus.
Let's go! The water's great!
Okay.
Might as well come on in, miss. You'll enjoy
Okay,
it.
fine.
We promise we won't roughhouse with you. Unless you'd like us to.
Wow, Eric. Thanks. Now I don't want to go in.
Come on.
Yes, yes. Oh my gosh. The smile that grew on my face, I'm sure, was brighter than the sun. I was going to spend my day and my life with these wonderful guys. Oh my goodness. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Okay, cool. There we go. There. That so concludes all the stuff that I missed out on, as well as our new episode or new DLC slash extra episode with Matthew. Hey, so yeah, there we go, you guys. Sorry for the whole I kind of this awkward kind of extra bonus material stuff. But anyways, whatever. Regardless, I just wanted to get to show it to you guys as well, and I feel really bad for missing out on it because I wasn't aware. But yeah, in terms of that, I guess just for now we can leave this franchise on my channel for now until we get more extra episodes. So we still got Damien left that in that retrospect. And yeah, possibly might be doing the whole versus episodes that I saw that was listed under the whole upcoming extra DLC episodes that I saw on the site. But anyways, yeah, so until then, we won't be seeing this franchise for a while, but I still hope that I see you guys in my other Let's Play. So until then, you guys, bye!